watched it.
All right,
It's a movie she owns based on Lovecraft. Of course, I've seen it.
We are recording for
Lovecraft.
more pumpkin films. This one, The Re-animator,
Go to hell.
with Jeffry Combs and actually, surprisingly, a bunch of other well-known actors.
But before they were well known.
Well, no, Barbara Crampton was mostly known for doing more shit like this.
Well,
and but the villain was specifically well known for being in Hammer movies.
I didn't know that.
Hammer, or the MC kind?
Hammer horror. But okay, so I
was not drunk enough for that movie.
think this movie was a joy.
I love this movie.
It is.
Started off so good, and then I really wanted Jesus to come down and turn this into
It opens really strong. It's like, oh god, why are they screaming in the laboratory? We better break in there. Oh my god, his eyes are exploding! So, Jeffrey Combs is kicked out of the Zurich school, which we checked is in Switzerland.
Yes.
And how did that just not... Did his transcript just not make it over there when he got to the other one? Did they not bother to do any digging on that?
I mean, it was the 80s and it was another continent.
So records weren't as easy to transfer.
Yeah, I'd imagine that'd be a hell of a, it's like, I imagine the dean was like, I could check this guy's transcript, but it's such a long way and it's so expensive to call.
But these are people training to be doctors. These are the kind of people you want to know. They know what they're doing.
Yes, well...
Well, I mean, he was already accepted to, I assume, a prestigious school in Zurich, and I assume he lied.
Zurich.
I assume he lied about leaving. I left voluntarily.
Yeah.
I say on my
back when you could take people at their word.
Like I say on my job applications now. I left Shield of my own free will.
Did you see that one picture I posted a few days ago? It was interviewing in an IT company. What makes you think you're good for this position?
I hacked your computer and invited
myself.
Yeah, I scheduled this interview.
He is qualified.
No, you ain't getting fucking hired at my company. I don't care if you got skills. You're an asocial dickbag.
I'm sorry. You hired that person. You turned them into a white hat.
Right?
Okay, whatever. We're digging into something I don't really want to talk about right now. Re-animator. Fun movie about bringing people back to life with glow stick juice.
Luminescent phosphorus.
Okay, I joke about that, but it is actually really cool looking.
Yeah.
The liquid is bright, glowy green, and it's great. And so, yeah, no, it's like...
It'd be great to have that shit at a rave, just shoot it up in the air.
Except for how toxic it is.
And the liquid itself glows. It's not like they added the effect in after.
And it's not like they stuck a light in the jar.
Because, if they had added the effect in after, you'd be able to tell. This one, you can tell the liquid itself is glowing.
And it looks really good.
Radioactive.
So, the main character of this movie is not Jeffrey Combs, it's...
Sadly.
What's his name? Wes? No, that was Jeffrey Combs' character.
Yeah, Herbert West.
Kane.
Square chin...
Dan Kane.
Square chin, all-American boy.
His face screams, I am the protagonist.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with the only chin Bruce Campbell
seriously,
from last time.
if he was an anime protagonist, his hair would be blue.
Yeah, good lord, with hair like that, I bet you never lost a game of Who's the Protag.
But,
pink hair, oh god, she's a protagonist.
So, he's training to be a doctor, and we actually, I think it's a pretty good character.
From what we could see, he was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Promising.
It's a good character introduction with him trying really hard to resuscitate someone. Doesn't work, but...
Yeah, he's still a student, so he hasn't become super jaded, which is the ultimate effect of anyone who works in the medical field.
Also, he's banging the daughter of the dean.
Yeah, which,
so that's a tad awkward. Now, the dean is not the villain. The dean is
just an asshole.
Yeah, he's just kind of hapless here. Now,
the
villain is this guy with a terrible toupee.
Yeah.
who has.
I mean, that
like,
guy right there?
Yeah, that guy right there on the screen.
He's like, he is an extreme creeper.
super creeper. We're talking, and this
We're going to get into that later.
Well, no, we can do that right
They're going to get into that later. I'm leaving with my boobs.
We can do that right now. The guy, and it's not even a surprise when we find out the guy has a file with the girl's hair in it.
Yeah.
Like photos and like
I'm locked in.
I think
can't
he
leave.
stole some of her skirt, maybe.
Mind you, this is the same girl that is the daughter of the dean banging our protagonist.
Yeah, so like he's going out of his way to stalk the daughter of his boss.
But the boss, even if the boss knew, I doubt would care lowly med student, successful doctor.
Yeah, the doctor that
This is the
responsible.
80s after
The doctor responsible for most of the hospital's grants. So, the dean would basically, blow him if he asked.
So Jeffrey Combs comes here and is all sanctimonious.
I don't think we were that far from that happening.
He
No.
is all sanctimonious about this doctor's research into brain death. Jeffrey Combs is a wonderful actor, and
Yeah.
one of the things he does best is condescension.
Straight face the whole time. His eyes screamed, "You are
Fuck
beneath
you."
me."
You are made of poo.
What's that from?
You are made of poo? I don't know, I just said it right now. What do you want from me? Me, I say that.
You're not really that great at coming up with random.
But yeah, so basically,
Anyway.
Dr. West comes in this guy's class and he tells him, you stole all your research from this other doctor I used to work for in Switzerland.
It was so derivative that most of Europe considers it plagiarism.
Woohoo!
Which,
Gauntlet thrown.
that was a sick burn.
Shots fired!
Shots fucking fired.
Kill the bomb.
So, this all starts to spiral out of control. West is living with All-American reject Abercrombie and Fitch model. He's, in a roommate thing because they're poor college students.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
Probably the only thing the movie done right.
Probably West probably kills his cat.
Maybe.
Probably.
We're not really clear on that one. It's
Maybe just found the cat dead.
We're pretty sure he killed it.
Probably killed the cat.
I mean, we don't put it past him.
We don't fucking put that anywhere past that.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time,
He totally killed the cat.
He totally
He killed
killed the
the
cat.
cat.
He totally killed the cat.
So yeah, they look for the cat, find it in his mini fridge in his room,
And later, he brings it back to life with glow sticks.
and it's attacking him.
and it's
It's attached
it's
to his
making
back.
this awful screeching sound, which wakes up protag number whatever. And the very first thing he does is grab a bat. And I was like,
Smart.
hearing that noise at 2 o'clock in the morning, good response.
So they have this great comedy scene where they both beat the shit out of the reanimated cat.
and subsequently the lab.
Yeah, and
And then after they kill the cat again,
his girlfriend shows the fuck out of nowhere.
no, but
It's like,
before
what are you
that,
doing here?
Yeah,
it's 2 in the fucking morning.
good question.
Like they resurrect it again after they've basically bisected it, and then that's when she walks in.
And our glorious protagonist is so, aside from questioning how you're bringing something back to life, is so nonchalant about his pet being dead and brought back to life. A pet he apparently loved. So I feel like, that would be a bigger question.
I could almost believe him when he was asking what happened when they first found the cat. I almost believed him there.
Like, the shock would override it, but then, afterwards, he's just having this somewhat normal conversation with the dude. It's like,
Yeah.
you want to emote a little here?
Well, he's in shock from discovering that death
That's
is
not how shock works.
optional now.
It's just a mild case of death.
Yeah, just a mild case.
6 to 12 minutes.
So anyway, long story short, the dean finds out about these experiments and is having none of it.
No, okay, he finds out with these experiments because dipshit McProtagonist goes and tells him about said experiments.
And he's not even remotely interested in hey, dude, I
Doesn't
watched him
bat
revive a
an
dead cat.
eye at all.
Yeah.
Not no reaction to that other than just, you're crazy.
Yes, because
You're out of my college. I'm expelling West, and your loan is rescinded.
Yeah, all because it goes against his precious doctor's theories.
Well, also because his daughter was involved.
Rule number 1: do no harm.
They're already dead.
Yeah.
Okay, so now they're desperate, so they go to the morgue to test it on some people, because West is like, I've tested it on as many small animals as I can, I gotta test it on something bigger.
So,
Okay.
and we get an interesting bit
Gunshot
of
wound,
him.
shotgun wound to the head? No.
Nope.
Burn victim? No.
Malpractice.
It's
No.
like, what?
What's wrong with that one?
Could be a lot of things.
There could be a lot of things wrong with that one.
Yeah, but they find
But
one.
he just looks at malpractice.
They find one that's like, it looks like it had heart problems, and it's pretty recently in there. They haven't even bagged it yet.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so they try to bring it back to life. 15 cc's isn't enough. They try 20 more cc's.
So we're up to 35.
Seems a tad excessive, considering the cat got
And our
look like
protagonist
10.
is finally emoting here a little. A little. He's just... They have him on the tape recorder. He's
Well, he is-
stuttering,
He is
freezing up.
freaking. He is freaking.
So they're like, God damn it didn't work. And then the dude comes to life and starts kicking their ass.
Because super strong zombie.
Well, he was also the guy they had for that zombie, pretty built.
Yeah.
Like
And
that
dick
guy-
shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did get one.
Like he slams through the freezer.
This is
door.
an 80s movie, so there's going to be quite a bit of nudity.
Oh yeah, boobs,
Boobs.
Yeah, all over the place.
Dick shot.
tits all over your face.
Not as much as in Showgirls, but
No,
Old,
not as
old
much as
lady
this.
zombie tits was a thing. I did
Yeah.
not need to see
Old
that.
guy dick too, like you know.
Didn't need to see that.
But okay, so the zombie breaks out of the morgue, breaks the door out right on top of the dean, who like figured out they
Like
were,
the airtight door.
he figured out they were
Just
up to
pushes
something.
it down. Bolts rip out of the wall on top of the dude.
so
Lands on it all fours. Gets up.
Yeah.
And then proceeds to just walk around.
No, he proceeds to beat the life out of the dean.
Yeah, and like I think the door broke the dean's nose or something, but
Like,
then
then the zombie proceeds to beat the shit out of him, and West and chibi Bruce Campbell are trying to beat the shit out. They're trying to stop the zombie, and the zombie's just like,
He just
I am
keeps
gonna
going.
kill this one,
I don't give
and
a fuck."
then I'm gonna move on to you.
So finally,
then,
West breaks out the bone saw
Jeffrey or
and
James,
kills
what is
him.
it?
Jeffrey Combs.
Jeffrey Combs.
Herbert West.
Grabs a bone saw. And this is not how that works. Just pushes it straight through the damn guy from the back. It's not how that works. Because the blade is on the sides, not how that works, movie.
So now the dean is
Full of
dead,
shit.
and they bring the dean back to life because that's what
Because
happens.
recent death.
That's what happens in this movie. People die. Ooh, science experiment time.
Yeah.
And everything spirals out of control. The very uninterested security guard finds out what happened. The daughter finds out, and the dad is like alive but not okay.
Yeah.
Very not okay.
But since very recent death, he retains some form of intelligence.
and slimy McDouchebag takes over the experiment. Lobotomizes the dean with a laser drill.
Yeah.
Because that's more sciencey than just a standard drill.
Yeah.
There's more science, therefore it gives him mind control powers over the zombies.
Yeah. Like,
I'm not even kidding. That's exactly what happens.
that's exactly how they describe it.
Every zombie that he brings back to life and then gives this laser drill treatment, he controls. It's weird.
Yeah.
He corners West in the basement.
Of his place,
I'm
his
so-
apartment.
I'm surprised he's still allowed in that apartment, actually.
Well,
but
Because
okay.
it's Protag's apartment, West is the roommate.
Yeah, but
But like, douchebag number 2 is trespassing.
well, douchebag number 2 is threatening to
Here we go again.
douchebag number 2 is threatening to reveal the fact that you totally killed the dean. So it's
Indirectly.
It's give me your research or you go to jail. So Jeffrey Combs pretends
I'll do
to
you
give
one
him
better.
the research.
I'll see your research and I'll raise you the blade of a shovel to the neck.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
basically.
now we have a decapitated douchebag who Jeffrey Combs is like, ooh, This'll be fun. Inject the brain, and then inject the body. That was stupid.
Yeah, had he just done the head, it'd have been fine.
But he decides, oh yeah, let's do the body too. Yeah, this is
Completely
great.
ignoring the body cannot move without the motor functions of the brain, and the head cannot talk without lungs.
Yeah, the head can talk.
Yeah.
We have officially forgone science and just moved into.
You know, I was watching that interview with the director and the producer. They were talking about how they thought about that. Like, how is it talking without lungs? And they're just like, look, we're just going to have to go with it. It's like, he's got to say shit, and there's no way we can, like, explain this that doesn't sound stupid.
Yeah.
So we just won't say anything. It turns out Dusherson can control his body sort of indirectly.
The
Yeah.
headless body of Vice President Agnew.
Yeah, so he sends the body, like, he and the body, like, break into his office
Like
while he's
first off,
carrying
he
his
knocks,
head.
He knocks out Jeffrey Combs just by like grabbing him from the back of the head, like just like that, and then WWE style,
Yeah.
Jeffrey Combs just go like the body didn't even push his head, just grab.
Yeah, like he puts his hands on the side of Jeffrey Combs' head, and Combs does the rest. Like, you see him go back and come forward.
And wasn't it, like, an actual guy in a suit? Like, there
Yeah.
were times when you could tell that it was, like, the douche guy's head, and then there was, like, a suit built around him because the hands looked really fake. But other times it was clearly, like, a guy who they just put, like, something, like, a severed neck stump on top of his head.
Yeah.
And the hands were real. I think for some reason, like, even though the hands were real for the slam Jeffrey Combs down, the hands moved like it was a guy shoving stick hands.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Anyway.
So now the movie goes absolutely fucking insane.
Yeah, like he goes to his office, laser drills the dean, and takes him down to the morgue to start doing it to the rest of them.
And then he sends the father to kidnap his own daughter.
Yeah.
So that she can be brought to his morgue lair. So he can sexually assault her while still just being a fucking head.
Yeah.
Has the dad partially strapped her to the table?
Oh, I was gonna say, totally strip her.
Oh yeah, no. Strips her while she's unconscious, and then like partially straps her to the table, but he doesn't actually lock the straps
Well, that's
in.
because the body fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I said it had partial control of the body.
And then the body just holds the head up so he can. And that was the
get
point
he can get some motorboating in. He can go muff diving. He licks her ear.
Yeah.
That was the
Okay,
point I needed.
Barbara Crompton? Okay, the lady playing the girl.
Not paid enough for this shit.
Motherfucking trooper for that scene.
Yeah.
That scene is some fucked up shit.
And that's still not the most fucked up thing. That's
Well,
in the
yeah,
movie.
because then all the corpses spring to life, and it's like the Monster Mash, or it's Thriller. This
Yeah.
is Thriller.
That's what I said when they started popping up.
So,
Getting
my-
more alcohol.
So I like this movie a lot.
Fuck this movie.
I like this movie a lot.
Started off so good, and that was. Oh, and then the ending. The ending is shit.
The ending is so perfect.
I mean, not only does Jeffrey Combs die, but his dying words are, "The notes! The notes!" Tosses in the briefcase.
Yeah, because his life work
Or
is
the
more important
bad.
than anything.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And
for
then
that
Lady
character,
goes and
yeah.
dies, and the idiot, our fucking goddamn brainless protagonist.
Chibi Bruce Campbell.
Stop calling him that. Alright, you know, yeah, he lost the love of his life or the girl he was banging, whatever their relationship was. And he decides the best thing to do is inject her with the serum that just created whatever this fucking movie was.
Thriller.
But okay, with
And
that
then it
it
fades
reminds
to black and we just hear the girl screaming as she's coming back to life.
with that though it reminds me of Pet Cemetery. He knew that, you know, all of his loved ones, his child, the cat or whatever, were basically undead zombies that wanted to kill you. But he was crazy with grief. What would you do in that situation?
Well,
I already have a plan for the day my
I
dad
know.
dies.
At that point, I was still upset that we got to keep protagonist and not Herbert West.
doesn't Jeffrey Combs come back? For
Yes,
the
he
sequels?
does.
Yeah, so
He's in both of them.
so he's survived.
Spoiler alert. He's
Wait,
alive.
there's another one of these?
There are two
There's
more of these.
No. Denied.
Return of the Re-animator and Bride of the Re-animator.
No.
And there's
Yes.
there's another one that's Jeffrey Combs and the lady from this in another God, what's the name of the movie? From Beyond. It's another H.P. Lovecraft movie with Jeffrey Combs and Barbara Crampton. Like, Jesus Christ. What did we do to deserve two of these? Let alone the sequels.
Jeffrey Combs, fine. I wouldn't mind seeing him in more shit, especially as an unhinged, not villain, but villain.
He is fantastic in Deep Space Nine, and he played Doctor Strange.
Really?
Yeah, okay. It was actually the Dr. Mordred, but it was literally a find and replace of Doctor Strange because they lost the rights after
Right.
they had already written the script.
Right.
So they just went through, it's like, and change it to Dr. Mordred.
But what's her face, you know, no.
Barbara Crampton.
I mean, I don't see enough acting out of that person.
Yeah, I'm not going to pretend that she's a great actress either, but
I mean, then again, I didn't see enough acting out of anybody except douchebag and Jeffrey Combs.
Jeffrey Combs.
He's an amazing actor.
Everyone else was
He
just
is a fucking
there.
treasure, man. That man is a...
Oh, and while we're actually at the thriller scene in the morgue, the security guard is still standing there watching shit. And he doesn't take off running until one of the zombies actually takes a step towards him. Why are you still there?
You're not being
His
paid enough.
acting was particularly stiff.
Calling the police.
I'm calling the police. I then leave the frame. Like you could hear him say it in his brain, and then I walk out of frame.
And speaking of frames, when West starts freaking out after waking up from being knocked out, and he's looking for Kane, running up the stairs from the base, you can see Kane's foot in the shot waiting to run down the stairs. Is he done? No, still doing lines. Okay,
Go!
no. But no, the point I was done. Long before the rape scene, long before everything, the point I was done. So when Kane comes back to West, and he's just like, what was the douchebag's name? Do we remember? Doctor something?
I don't remember.
Dr.
Wasn't it Hill?
Hill?
Yeah.
Hill. But Hill's dead? Not anymore? No, I'm done. No. I was out. I refuse to pay attention
I
to
love
this
this
movie anymore.
movie. This movie
It's a good movie.
It's got some great black comedy.
I would rather go back and watch The Refrigerator. It was filled with lies, but I would rather go back and watch that. And no, I'm never letting that go. No survivors. 2
Leftovers.
people alive. No survivors.
Leftovers.
No, you know what? This is the same kind of fun that The Refrigerator was.
No,
Yeah.
leftovers
Better
are the body
acting
parts
and
that are
effects.
still
With
inside
better
the
acting.
fridge.
Better acting, better effects. They've got actual budget for makeup. Like I think there's one point where Chibi Bruce.
Jesus, Jay.
There's a point where Chibi Bruce Campbell gets thrown against the wall, and they actually have like a blood effect, like for his head.
No survivors.
They have an effect. They like it's just they probably just like spread some red stuff on the back of the actor's head. So
You
when
okay?
You guys did this to me.
This is a fun movie. Fuck you. I love.
I
this
mean, a
movie.
couple more drinks, maybe.
I love this movie.
It's a great movie.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
It's fun.
The first half, sure.
Okay, so what did you think of the zombies, though? Because I know you have a lot of opinions about zombies.
I like zombies done right. You know, it didn't disappoint in terms of the zombies. I would prefer to see more, but it was acceptable.
Like I said, they didn't do zombies right.
They didn't do it right. They
necessarily.
did them well.
Did them well.
And you know what? I'm okay with that. I can
love
accept
how,
that.
Like, Sanctimonious is about correct zombies. They're fictional!
Jay's face
Okay.
right now.
Okay, but point of order. It is possible to do wrong fictional things like vampires.
Oh yeah, you can totally do
Look
them
at Twilight.
wrong. I'm just saying, I don't think there's like a correct there's acceptable. Like, we will accept you calling this a zombie because it meets a very short list of check boxes.
Was it dead? Does it move now?
28 days later, it's not zombies.
I mean,
Not even going to go there.
I was gonna say the last.
Now, I mean,
That's just
I'll still watch that
plant-based
movie. I
zombies.
didn't particularly hate it. It wasn't exactly enjoyable, but not zombies. Stop
28
calling
days-
those zombies.
28 Days Later is a good movie.
It is.
Were the sequels any good?
I didn't see the sequels. I just saw the first one.
Alright, Re-animator is a fucking fun movie. If you're at all familiar with cheesy horror movies, you've probably heard of it. It's good.
Or if you've actually read H.P. Lovecraft's work and never seen the movies that came from that work, have at it. Get a lot of booze. It helps.
We're gonna watch The Craft next.